Hey, what's up everybody? John here, Delighted Acres Farm. And today, it's like the third day of May. Y'all, May is already here. I don't know where April went. I had plans in April. I was going to do a video about 3 years on YouTube. I was going to do a video about the chickens and how many eggs that we were having. How many we were getting from the chickens, and I had other videos that I was going to do, but time just got away. Time got away from me, and May's here. So anyway, you guys, May's here. We've got, where's it at? Right there, an almost full moon. I know it doesn't show up real good on the camera. I mean, on the phone, but that's what we got, an almost full moon, and it is a beautiful evening. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to try to show you guys because it's way too far off, but there's a couple of deer running way over here. A couple deer running, and it's not a common sight over here, but here in the, let's see, holy cow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's at least 5. There's at least 5 deer running over there. And so here last year after we were putting in our garden, I had grass and stuff that I had raked out after I tilled it up, and I threw it over the fence right here, right by this tree right through here. And whenever I threw it over there, probably 2 nights later, we're just gonna go through this whole process. So I came around the corner of the shop here, and there were 4 deer right there eating the grass that I had thrown across. So from right here to right there were 4 deer, and I turned the corner and I stopped because I saw them, and it was dark out, and there's a light on the back of the shop. And so these deer, they stopped and they looked at me like deer do. And they just went right back to eating on that. And I stepped back a little bit, and I probably stood here for about 10 minutes watching these deer that's probably about 70 feet, and maybe less than that, but whatever. So I stood here and watched them, and y'all, if you haven't ever had the chance to just watch deer are pretty cool. And so anyway, that's just a little extra story for you because I knew you wanted to hear it. So anyway, y'all, let me show you this tree right here. That tree is a cottonwood, and my whole life that has been my favorite tree. I don't know why, probably just because how big it is. I mean, it's hard to gauge, but that is a big tree. And that tree is, let's see, I'm going to be 50 in July, and I know that tree was there way before I was born. So I'm going to say that tree's 70-ish years old or more even. I have no idea, but there used to be a little house that sat there, and whenever my mom was younger, she and my grandma, they lived here, and they burned some trash or brush or whatever, and they went to bed that night because it was just some embers that were still there, and there wasn't anything that catch fire. But whatever happened, somewhere back here in the middle of the night, the embers caught on some grass and slowly burned across all the way over here to the tree. So it burned all the way to the tree. It got to that little house that was there. Nobody was living there. It had been a long time since anybody had lived there, but it just smoldered all the way across the field. Caught that house. House went up, and there was no more house in the morning. And so, y'all, if you ever have a fire, make sure you put it out. Make sure it's completely out before you go to bed. Like here a few weeks ago, this pasture out here, that was on fire. I put up a little clip of it, and because somebody was burning piles of trees and brush and stuff, and it just got away, and it caught grass because the wind changed directions. Middle of the night, it's like midnight, 12:30, and I'm getting a phone call from my aunt down the road, and she said there's a fire, and they already had called the guy who was leasing the land. He was on his way. He had called the fire department. And so you never know. Be careful. Fire is dangerous if it's not done correctly. And besides fire, it will make its own weather system. So anyway, I really had no idea that this is where this video was going to go, but maybe it's just story time, guys. No, but seriously. So let me tell you a quick story. And really, it's just the story of me being on YouTube and where it started, where I have come now, and I'm looking forward to where it's going. I'm not sure where that is, but so 3 years ago, April 7th, I went to work. We were living in Ohio still, and I went to work. I was driving senior adults to doctor's appointments and stuff like that. And so I was a transportation driver, pulled in the parking lot, and I was going to go get in my van. And I got a call from our department supervisor, and he said, "Hey, where you at?" I said, "I'm in the parking lot." He said, "Don't get out of your car. A week ago, you transported a lady who has since tested positive for the COVIDs." And I was like, "Okay, so what does that mean?" He said, "Since it's been a week, you only need to quarantine for another week." So I had to drive home. So here's the deal. I worked an hour away. So I drove an hour to find out I had to turn around and go home. So I went home. I quarantined for another week. Well, during that time, we got started. Kelly and I would just get on YouTube and we would search different things. I didn't realize that YouTube had all of the channels that there are where like people actually put regular content out where you can follow the life that they lead. You can follow the chronicles of their family and all that stuff. I thought it was just a place where you could like find cute cat videos or how to replace the headlight in a 1990 Ford Taurus or something like that. I thought that's all like YouTube was good for. Well, then we started looking up specific things, and being in Ohio and me being from Oklahoma, I thought, well, we really want to have a homestead type of thing at some point. And so we're like, well, are there any homesteads in Oklahoma? So we did Oklahoma homesteads or homesteads in Oklahoma. And the very first one that came up was Arms Family Homestead. And so we started watching it, and I got hooked. We got hooked. We started watching the Arms Family and watching Daniel and DJ and the kids, and we kind of grew attached. And so we kept watching, and we binged a whole bunch since I was in quarantine. And on the weekend, Kelly would sit and watch with me in the evenings. And so Arms Family Homestead. And then because we were watching him, then we found Dutch and his family at Keeping It Dutch. And then we found Walker Farm Fam and Hidden Heights Farm. And there's so many that I could list off, but I think you understand where I'm going. We started watching these and we got to know all of these other channels, these families. There was something about them. There were things that they were doing that we wanted to do, things that we got ideas about. And so we started taking notes and saying, well, one day we'd like to do these things. One day we'd like to have chickens. We'd like to have goats. We'd like to have livestock guardian dogs, garden, wicking tubs, who knows? All of those things that we were learning. So one afternoon I was sick and tired of being inside, and so I took a walk out through the woods and I shot a couple of videos. And now let me say they were very short videos, like just a few seconds. And I was like, well, maybe I'll do something with these. And so after a while, I got those videos and, oh, hi. And after a while, I put those videos together and actually posted them to YouTube. And that was the very first time. And so it was towards the end of April 2020 during the COVIDs. And that's when I first posted videos to YouTube. And that was, I don't know how many videos ago now, close to a couple hundred. I don't know. And so many of y'all have been following me since early on. So early on, it was like, I don't even remember what the name of the channel was. Videos made by John Gardner, or I don't know. I don't even remember. And so it was just random stuff. But we actually started a family garden while we were in Ohio. And my very first big, like the video that I feel was like my first foray into YouTube life, really went over well. 100 and some views. And I was like, man, I think I could do this. So I thought, I'm going to just make videos and I'm going to post them to YouTube and I'm going to make what I like. And if people want to watch it, they can. And so I just kept making them. And some were longer, some were, if y'all were with me early on, you know that I had a lot that I had to learn and grow through. It was raw, but it was me and I enjoyed it. And some of y'all enjoyed it as well. And then after a while, I changed the direction of the channel and I wanted to focus more on my health. And so I changed it to Fat Man, Fit Man with John Gardner. And so it was a number of videos where I talked about health, talked about my health journey and my struggles, my successes, and, stuff like that. And so that was when I changed the name the first time. So at some point, I just started thinking, well, my journey and my ups and downs, there's got to be more content than just that I can share. And Kelly wanted to be kind of a part of what was going on. And we were thinking about like homestead stuff. And by that time we had already moved out to Oklahoma. We moved to Oklahoma at the beginning of October of 21. My mom unexpectedly passed away at the end of October. And life changed. And I mourned for a year. But during that time, we decided that if we're going to do some homesteady stuff here, and if we're going to do more than just chickens or garden or anything like that, And if we want to do, I don't know, if we wanted to put it on YouTube and stuff, instead of doing a different channel, we changed the name to Delighted Acres Farm. And under the umbrella of Delighted Acres Farm, I can do health stuff. I can do hobby stuff. We can do gardening and chickens and animals, and Kelly can do knitting and crochet or cooking and baking. And so all of those things, it just felt like a better fit. And so that's why we changed it from Fat Man Fit Man to Delighted Acres Farm. And we've enjoyed it being Delighted Acres Farm. And so we are also on Facebook, and we are on Instagram, and we enjoy posting to both of those other platforms. But my joy is making videos for YouTube, and then also just posting random stuff to the other platforms. So that's a real quick story, a real quick how did we get here. So like I said, we just celebrated 3 years. We just had 3 years being on YouTube, and you guys have been a part of it. Some of y'all the whole way through, and some of y'all joined and started watching the channel. I think like 2 days ago, I got my most recent subscriber. And so if that's you, thank you. But so many of y'all have been a part of the journey. I think when I looked just a little bit ago, 465 subscribers. So I keep making progress. I keep getting subscribers. I've started making some shorts, and I've got some of you guys from the shorts, and thank you. That's just for me, it just feels random. But who knows? The algorithm is a weird little thing, and I'm not going to complain about it because you guys have watched. You guys are watching. You guys are a part of the Delighted Acres family, and we really appreciate it. I think early on in this video, right at the beginning, I showed some of the garden, the wicking tub so far that we have, onions, carrots, cabbage, and stuff like that. And so we got a lot that we still have to get done in our garden. And so we hope that you guys enjoy that content. We hope you enjoy the content that has the chickens in it. And I have not done really any health content for a while, because like I said, from the day my mom passed to the 1 year anniversary, I had a heavy weight on my shoulders. And when I did the video celebrating or honoring the 1 year anniversary of my mom's passing, I realized how heavy a weight I had been carrying of guilt, because I signed the paperwork at the hospital to not resuscitate my mom when she passed, to take no heroic action. And so when I said that on that video, the weight lifted, because I had been carrying around that and I had felt guilty, but it wasn't necessary. And so as soon as I realized that I'd been unnecessarily carrying that weight around, I felt lighter. I felt like I could breathe again. And it took a year. I still mourn. I still miss my mom, but it's not the same. I've moved forward. We are moving forward. And you know what? I've said before, I would not wish my mom back here because she walks with Jesus now for all of eternity. And I feel a little bit jealous of that, but I'm going to be there one day. And so I would not wish her back here for any reason. So anyway, you guys, I'm just going to start rambling because that's what I'm real good at. So instead of rambling, I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys go. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for being a part of the journey. Thank you for being around for 3 years if you have been, or for just 2 days if that's you. Thank you guys so much. every one of y'all means the world to me. Please comment below, ask me questions, send us questions. Tell us how your garden's doing, how your chickens doing. Oh, real quick, update. Chickens, well, not chickens, eggs. The month of April, 95 eggs from our 4 chickens. 95 eggs. That's like 3.1 eggs a day on average. Y'all, tons of eggs. More than we can eat. We've sold some, we've given some away, we've eaten some. We've got probably four dozen on the counter right now. So anyway, here we go. I know, I just threw it in. So I'm getting off here. Seriously. You guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. I love you guys. Thanks for sticking around. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, do the other stuff, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and just stick around because I'm going to throw in some health content. We're going to do more garden, more chickens, more eggs, more who knows what. The summer is coming up. The weather's beautiful because it's springtime. And gosh, y'all, there's so much opportunity, so many possibilities that you just need to stay tuned. So anyway, you guys, y'all have a great rest of your day, whatever day it is that you are watching this. I will see you on the next video. I'm praying for you guys. I love you guys. We'll see you then.